Alright, gotta do a quick little pre-intro here. Just a reminder, if you want to enter the 5 Steelbook giveaway, comment on this video as well as the Q&A going up tomorrow. Now, to the official intro. What's up, movie crew? As promised, today I am doing part 1 of my 2-part Q&A video. So, the way I'm going to split this up, today the questions will be my non-movie related stuff, and then tomorrow's video will be the movie related stuff. So, if you're looking for the movie questions, those will be tomorrow's. But I'd still say tune in just in case there's anything that I answer that you might want to know about. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so the first question that I get asked, and it's something that does get asked quite a bit on just any of my social media platforms, and that is, what do I do outside of Let's Watch a Movie? Alright, I've mentioned this in a couple of videos, and I think I've even shared some stuff across both my Instagram profiles. If you follow me on Twitter, then you already know this. I am an independent author. That's actually how I got my start on YouTube in the first place, was running a channel where I talk about my books. So that is the main thing. To anyone that is a reader, I'm multi-genre. The 2 biggest ones are poetry and horror. So if anyone wants any links or anything like that for any books, let me know, and I will share a couple of book links in the comment section down below. Alright, how did Let's Watch a Movie get started? So, like I mentioned, the whole reason I started getting on YouTube in the first place was to promote my books. Well, early on, I already knew what I was doing with my main channel, Writer434. And because of that, there wasn't really a lot of trial and error. I already knew I was going to be doing vlogs, I was going to be doing unboxings for my books, and if I didn't have anything at the time, I would do an unboxing for someone else's book. Well, because of that, I ended up gaining an audience that wasn't even following me in the first place. And people were kind of curious about would I ever do anything non-book related. So I gave everyone an incentive. I said, if y'all follow this, I'll do a non-book channel. And honestly, I'm a rather boring individual, so it was either a random day in the life vlog channel or do something with movies. So I picked movies. Alright, I probably should have answered this with the last question, but it is, how did I come up with the name Let's Watch a Movie? Honestly, it's simple. People know from the title that they're checking out a movie channel. And out of the ideas that I had for a name for the channel, this was the first one that I found that wasn't taken. Yeah, like I said, I know that that wasn't exactly the most, like, I didn't go like, I need to name it Let's Watch a Movie because point A, B, C. No, my first choice and my second choice were both taken, and I wanted something that would indicate that you're checking out a movie channel. And oddly enough, Let's Watch a Movie, as basic of a name as it is, was not taken. So, Let's Watch a Movie was how I got the name. And I believe that is also the @ for the channel when YouTube changed it from URLs to @s. Love the shirts. Where do you get them? And please keep wearing the awesome shirts and videos. Much appreciated on that. Believe it or not, it's a combination of places. Like this one I'm wearing, I believe was a Christmas gift from my mom. I've also tend to buy quite a few of mine, oddly enough, at Walmart. Trying to think of which one, like two of my Batman shirts specifically, I know came from Walmart. FYE, I tend to get one or two shirts from Spirit when they're open. Like my Creepshow shirt came from there. I've got another one that I don't normally wear because there's a giant knife on it with some blood on it, and I don't want to like get myself in trouble. So there's one I don't wear on video for a couple of different reasons. And yeah, I would say the main places are FYE, Walmart, and Spirit. And I also have an X-Men shirt that I got from Target. So I occasionally get some stuff from Target as well. But the main three I would say are FYE, Spirit, and Walmart. Notice in some of your videos you wear a lot of band shirts when you're not wearing a movie shirt. Do you listen to anything other than rock? And if so, would you be willing to name some of the artists you listen to? Absolutely. So when I was younger, I went to a lot of concerts, and I've been to a few recently since things have started to open back up. The last one I went to being Shinedown, The Pretty Reckless, and Diamante. I'm looking at trying to go to one or two this year, but it also depends on my schedule with everything else. As far as stuff outside of rock, I do listen to a lot of rap as well. I can't say I'm a fan of like the newer melodic stuff. Like I don't really listen to a lot of the heavily auto-tuned stuff. For anyone that's curious, like my favorite rappers that I listen to regularly are Lupe Fiasco and Kendrick Lamar. I also listen to J. Cole. I listen to The Roots. I listen to stuff like that. I also listen to, on the rap side of things, I listen to Tech Nine, Scarlord, Zillakami, Sosmula, aka City Morgue. So out of the more recent stuff in hip-hop, that's probably what I listen to. As far as country goes, like, don't really listen to a lot of the newer stuff yet again. Like, of all time, I gotta say Johnny Cash is like one of my favorite artists ever. But as far as like people still regularly releasing stuff, Brantley Gilbert's probably the only one I listen to. And just to throw one out there that's a little like unexpected, another artist that I'm a huge fan of that I would like to see live is Lindsey Sterling. And since this is a movie channel, I do listen to film scores as well. My two favorite modern composers, I would say, are Hans Zimmer and James Newton Howard. Alright, so this next question is about my relationship status and why am I single or in a relationship? Alright, so I am currently single, and the last attempt at a relationship I had was, things kind of ended on my part because there was a little bit of an age difference there that I was personally uncomfortable with. And this is going to sound a little weird, but the girl I was talking to at the time, she lives with her older sister, and I felt like her sister was being flirty with me as well, and that was just awkward for me. So I kind of just ended things on that end. Yeah, nothing really eventful or anything like that on that end. Alright, so these next two I am kind of combining just because I feel like they kind of fit. Am I open to meeting anyone that is subscribed to me or follows me in person? And do I have any concerns over anyone that might not be the most stable individual finding out where I live or something like that? All right, to anyone that is subscribed to me or follows me, I live in Virginia. I do some traveling because of what I do with writing. I attend Comic-Cons and stuff like that, so I do go out of state regularly. So yes, I am absolutely open to meeting anyone. Just so you know, I do live on the East Coast, so if you live on the East Coast, your chances of that being a possibility is more likely than anyone living on the West Coast. Apologies, West Coast people. I just don't have any main incentives of going to the West Coast anytime soon. Am I concerned about anyone that might not be the most stable individual, like finding me in person or knocking on my door? Because let's just be honest, weird shit happens to people. And the brief answer on that is no, I'm not worried. I've got my reasons. I'm going to leave it at that. If you want to genuinely meet me in person, that can be arranged. If I just happen to meet you out and about, like if you live in the same state as me and you just happen to go to the same Best Buy that I buy movies at, cool. If you come knocking on my door in the middle of the night, I would not recommend that. I'm just going to leave it at that. The next question, kind of similar to the whole start and like what I do. A couple of people that follow both. By the way, thank you to everyone that checks out both Let's Watch a Movie and Writer434. Very much appreciate all the support I get across both platforms. But someone asked, what are some of the similarities and differences between Let's Watch a Movie and Writer434? So, if you haven't checked out Writer434, let me just say that how I present myself on camera is completely different across both. On Writer434, I'm a little bit calmer. Well, I'm a lot more calmer compared to here where I'm yelling the intro, I'm putting emphasis on random words, that sort of thing. So that's the biggest difference. Also over there, because part of what I was trying to get that one monetized as quickly as I could, you got lengthier videos compared to like my movie reviews, where most of them don't even go beyond 10 minutes. I think the average runtime for my reviews is like 6.5 to 7 minutes. Like, I'm not trying to do lengthier videos over here unless it's a collection video or a live stream. And one of the bigger differences is just over here, I would say with both channels, there's definitely a presentation of sorts with both channels. But when the camera is not rolling, I would probably say that the person I am when the cameras aren't rolling is probably more similar to Let's Watch a Movie. Because Writer434, at the end of the day, I'm still trying to promote my books, so I'm not going to be yelling and screaming at people over there. Simple as that. So definitely more of who I am when the cameras aren't rolling is similar to this. But I will say with Writer434, I have a level of transparency that I think that I've earned over there that I might have not yet earned over here. Like, for example, when I started making the lengthier videos, I was straight up able to tell the people that follow that channel, I'm trying to get the channel monetized as fast as I can, so the videos are going to be longer. And everyone was like, all right, cool, that makes sense. Compared to over here where I'm not really trying to make them longer. Yes, I want to get monetized over here, but Over there was more of an emphasis on it in the beginning. All right, I had this question for a Q&A on Writer 434 before. Any chance of another channel? No. In all honesty, I never thought this channel was going to exist. For those that are unaware, I currently run 3 channels. Writer 434, CL Williams, Let's Watch a Movie. Writer 434 is my main one. That's where I do my vlogs, my unboxings, and talk about my journey as an independent author. Because I write a lot of short form stuff, being poetry, short stories, flash fiction, travels, stuff like that. I do have poems and short stories that are available on like Spotify, Apple Music, Prime Music. So there is a separate channel for just that stuff, which is under the name of CL Williams. That's my pen name when I'm writing. I don't use Luke Wood because there's multiple other authors with that name, so I had to take a pen name. So there's 2 channels related to my writing stuff, and then there's Let's Watch a Movie. I'm not expanding anymore because I don't have enough time to do anything else like that. So it's going to stick with those 3. So you want to know more about some of the other stuff I do? The link for my main channel is in the description below for Writer 434. And I've got on the channels tab of all my channels, the links for the other 2 on each one. So if you click on the channels tab here, you'll get the channels for Writer 434 and CL Williams. But beyond that, unless I start making like crazy money off of everything I do, and I don't need a day job anymore, then yes, we'll talk about another channel. For now, no, not happening. All right, so the last question I got is, can I give any advice or tips for anyone that wants to start their own YouTube channel? Let me just start off by saying I am not the person you should be going to with that. Because the main reason I got started on here was a means to promote what I actually do, and then this one was just done as an incentive for those that follow me through YouTube. So before I give any advice, just know that there are other places and other people you could check out that give better advice than myself. Me personally, I check out Nick Nimmin and vidIQ. Go to them before you go to me. But the easiest things I could say is pick something you actually like. Don't just do something because it's trendy. Like, don't make reaction videos just because reaction videos are popular. Don't do something just because it's the current trend. Trends come and go. Do something that you actually like, or something that relates to you directly. Like in my case, Writer 434 was started because it's a means for me to promote my books. Let's Watch a Movie, one of the things I do when I'm not writing, and when I am writing in some cases, watching movies and TV shows. I have a physical collection of almost 3,000 movies. So that was one of the reasons I started Let's Watch a Movie. So definitely pick something that you are interested in. Don't just pick something because it's trendy and it's cool. Second, keep in mind there are guidelines and rules for what you're doing. Like, for example, one of the big trends is people dancing to random songs. There's copyright issues there. So if you're looking to try to come on here, get millions of subscribers, and get paid a lot of money, you're not going to get paid that way. So make sure you understand the parameters of what you're doing. 3, I would highly recommend being on other platforms to promote what you're doing, because if not everyone's going to know what you're doing. For example, when I started Let's Watch a Movie, I was not promoting Let's Watch a Movie stuff on my Writer434 platforms other than Twitter, because I don't like Twitter as much as I used to, and I don't want to start a second Twitter profile. I set up a new Let's Watch a Movie Instagram, a new Let's Watch a Movie Facebook, all that stuff. So have a place where you can promote what you're doing as well and find a way to interact with similar channels to what you want to do. Like Let's Watch a Movie, for example, on Instagram, I'm following a bunch of other movie-related YouTubers. I talk to some of them quite frequently on there. So make sure you know what you're doing, have an idea for what you're doing. And also, YouTube kind of likes that you kind of stick with a certain niche. Like, for example, this is a movie channel. Outside of the special request one day where I went to a Comic-Con to promote my book stuff, that's pretty much the only exception you're going to get here. Now, if you're a bigger channel or you're planning to be like a variety channel, yeah, sure, whatever. Go on ahead and go crazy with whatever you want to do. But you're not going to see me on here talking about going to some new restaurant. This ain't a food channel, it's a movie channel. So keep that in mind. Because someone might subscribe to you for that one random video you do, and then they're going to see that the rest of what you're doing isn't that, and they might unsubscribe, and it's going to probably hurt you in the long run. So make sure you know what you're going to do and stick to it. Now, if you want to do something different, like prior to me starting Let's Watch a Movie, I told everyone I would do a non-book video on Writer434 at a certain incentive. And that happened. So I kept my end of the deal, and I did that video for that particular day. So if you want to do something, like, at least have reason for doing it. If you're going to step outside of the box that you're currently in. And get creative. You can be in a box and still do stuff that might not fit that normal area. So hopefully that helps for anyone that is looking to start their own channel. And if that is the case, best of luck to you. And keep in mind, it's going to be a long journey. All right, and that is the non-movie Q&A. I will be doing the next Q&A tomorrow, and it will be all movie-related stuff. So, if you're wanting the movie stuff, that's going to be the next video. And as always, if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. You like what you see, leave a thumbs up. Comment down below. Do you have any other questions that I did not answer? Keep in mind, let's keep this one non-movie related. And I can either do a follow-up Q&A or I will answer them on my Instagram. Simple as that. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all for watching and tune in next time.